situations how you might be living in that. Real important thing to be thinking about is how you are modeling the way. Are you modeling what you'd like to see in other people? Does that make sense? Excellent. So keep thinking about that. All right, so next. So step 1 was model the way, or point 1, whatever. Point 2 is inspire a shared vision. So I'm going to read you this awesome quote. To enlist people in a vision, leaders must know their constituents and speak their language. People must believe that leaders understand their needs and have their interests at heart. Leadership is a dialogue, not a monologue. To enlist support, leaders must have intimate knowledge of people's dreams, hopes, aspirations, visions, and values. So, it's not that you need to have all the ideas or have all the answers. Inspiring a shared vision is about knowing what the people you hope to lead want, knowing what they desire, knowing what they need, and being able to look at the stream of opportunities that's going by. So there's always opportunities to do stuff or change or whatever, right?
Yes.
Like there's always something you could be doing right now that's different from what you're currently doing. And as a leader, you need to know your people well enough that you can be watching those opportunities go by and saying, ooh, these would be good for us, these would be bad for us. You know, these would really build us together, these would tear us apart. And as a leader, then you're using what influence you have in that group, whether it is influence of authority and power, like I have given authority, right? Like I'm the camp director, so I'm in charge. Like there's some extent to which when I ask people to do things, they kind of have to do it, even though I'm asking, you know. But there's also authority that comes just from your personality, or comes from your position. My friend Matt Plump is a great example of this. He is in lots of situations where he has no given authority, but he has such a strong, solid character that when he makes a small comment, people take it very seriously. Does that make sense? Like, you just know that Matt's always thinking about things, probably more than anyone else. And so if he just makes a little comment, you know it's probably action-packed. One of those little adventures that's going to explode. So there's influence like that. There's influence like, I'm the biggest guy in the room and we're going to do what I want to do. Like, some of you may remember Russell Spots. Like, I don't know, Bobby or Jason would probably be duking it out in this room. You know, there's that kind of influence that some people have. There's, I'm the cutest girl in the room. That's some influence that people have. Everybody's looking around.
Who is it?
I'm not even going to pretend to say anything about that, except to say, Bobby. So, there's all kinds of influence. You use that influence to inspire a shared vision. So I kind of rabbit trailed on the influence, but it's important to realize that you do have influence, and you are responsible to help the group inspire a shared vision. There's a good and healthy vision that will help them. So, does anybody see a shared vision that Paul or Timothy might be going for in verse 4, chapter 4, sorry. You can have a second to look, but shout them out if you see them. Actually, can I just get somebody, raise your hand if you will read verses 4 to 5? All right, Dylan, you're on it. Verses 9 to 10. Who will pull that up? Becca's on it. Are you ready, Dylan? Can you read it out loud so everyone can hear?
4 to 5.
Yeah.
For everything God created is good, and nothing is to be rejected, except with thanksgiving, because it is consecrated by the word of God and prayer.
How about 9 to 10? You guys can follow along if you can't quite hear, so. 9 to 10?
Here's the saying you can trust, you can accept it completely. We work hard for it. Here is the saying. We have put our hope in the living God. He is the Savior of all people. Most of all, He is the Savior of those who believe.
Alright. I just love those because they're classic, like, Paul just power packing a sentence, and there's just so much in either one of those sentences that you could unpack forever. But those are a couple of real big visions. Like the first one, verses 4 to 5, it's about following a God that is good and loves us. Like he's basically giving us everything we need to form a theology right there. God's good, he loves you, everything he created is good.
And everything's sacred.
Mm-hmm. And so if we receive it in prayer and thankfulness, then everything's awesome. Like, isn't that the kind of God you want to base your theology on? Please say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't want the one that's scary and has just denied you everything and demands that you sacrifice your children to it, right?
Who likes spaghetti?
So,
Yeah, that sounds good. I got a couple.
alright, and for this they were inspired. We have put our hope in the living God, who is the Savior of all men, and especially those who believe. So again, he's inspiring a vision there. Like, who is this that we follow? What are we doing? Oh, this is who we follow. Dude, he's the man. Thank you. Actually, not technically the man. God is beyond gender, but we can get into that later. So, he inspires shared vision. And so there's other things he has a vision for, like, as far as people like leaving idols, dropping the gossip, that kind of stuff. But he's inspiring a vision of good things that the group can do for itself. Continuing with my story of leading, like, I thought it was significant that you don't have to create the vision, you don't have to be the one who thinks it up. Like, I didn't even think of the solution of moving snack from after dinner into the middle of the afternoon. That's the solution we ended up doing. Somebody suggested having a snack in the middle of the day. They're like, dude, the kids are cranky, they're tired and hungry. Why not give them some food and water in like half an hour? Was it you, Allison? Okay, so she was the one who had the vision, but it was our job together to share that vision and then act on it, right? Because we all had to live with the consequences, especially the summer staff. And so it was my job to help them get on board with trying that. So that was kind of cool. So our vision was really simple. Your vision might be more complex, different, that kind of crazy stuff. So I've got 4 little scenarios down there. So you guys are going to you're going to take scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3, scenario 4, and everything's written down that you need. So just go for it. Read your scenario.
We got 3.
We're going to have a water